And then the next message he sent me was, fuck off. Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, or whatever time of the day it is, depending on where in the world you are. I'm currently in the southern hemisphere. I am on my way to some car dealership areas in central Victoria in Australia. As you can probably see, I'm on the other side of the car. I've actually been driving in Europe for longer than I've been driving in Australia, so now I'm actually on the wrong side of the car. So I have obviously been offline, not making too many videos in the last few days because it has been very Christmassy, very family-y, and yeah, a lot of jet lag. But I'm now trying to get into the swing of things a little bit, looking for our next car. It's actually turning out to be quite difficult to find anything that is firstly following the rules of the channel, being cheap, and secondly following the other rule of the channel of being able to go on tour. So there's not too much around at the moment, or there's not too much that I have found that I am confident that it will get us from A to B, or A to B to C to D, depending on where we go. So yeah, it's turning out to be quite a battle to find anything that's worthwhile at the moment. So I'm currently on my way to some car dealerships. To basically have a look at what they've got, see if there's any, see if we can do any wheelie dealies with some of the car dealers there. I'm currently driving around in a very, very nice car. It is a 2024 Ford Ranger that I've been very kindly provided. And I would love to do a video in this, but that goes against all that I stand for. So, but who knows, we might not even have a choice. But yeah, I've found a couple of cars that are interstate and quite far away from where we are, and they are still options. But at this stage, I would like to find I would very much like to find a cheaper car that we can pick up. And I do have my mind set on one particular car shape, which I think everyone will very much enjoy, especially the European part of my audience and also the North American. They are very uniquely Australian cars, but trying to find one with a motor or with all the other things that are needed to propel a vehicle forward is turning out to be quite difficult. But I'm still confident. It's still early days. We've been here for no more than 4 days now. We arrived on the 23rd, so this is our 4th day that we've been in Australia. So We've still got plenty of time. Yeah, I mean, in the time that I am going to be away, my mechanic is going to be picking up the Volvo from my house. I've left the key out for him, and he's going to, hopefully by the time we get back into Switzerland, he would have already prepared the Volvo for the registration, and then we will be able to get it registered and prepared for our road trip for when we get back. I'm reluctant to think too much about that because I am still very excited to do a trip here. But obviously, if there's not too many cars around for me to be looking at and to be talking about here, I should probably be getting I should probably be at least talking about a cheap car that we have in possession already. I will, when I get a chance, show you the landscape here. It's very different. It's very, very different to Europe. But it is and for such vast distances, or the speed limits are quite frustratingly low. Pretty much every single highway in Australia is limited to 110 kilometers an hour, which, when you think about it, it's just, it's crazy. Almost criminal, I would say. When you think about how many cars and how many like relatively small distances that you get in Europe, their speed limits are a lot higher. But yeah, I suppose it is what it is. I'll give you a little bit of an idea of what the landscape is like. Weather's looking very nice. So I'm currently driving up to a small country town. Well, it's a large country town. It's probably, you would consider it a small country city, which is called Bendigo, which is about, I think it's about an hour and a half or 2 hours. Oh, look, there's a dead roo on the road. It's about an hour and a half, 2 hours from Melbourne. And yeah, so where we're staying is about an hour and 20 minutes, I think, or an hour and 15 minutes from Melbourne. So yeah, we're going to have a look to see if there's anything up here. There are options for, there are options for cars. I'll put it that way. There are options for cars around, but I am quite determined to get a car that is uniquely Australian or uniquely has a significance to Australia. I don't just want to get any random car that you can get pretty much everywhere. So hence why it's probably going to be a little bit more difficult than usual to get a very good quality, still in good condition, cheap car. So yeah, it's going to take some patience. It's going to take some resilience. It's going to take some determination, but I am certain that we will find something eventually. It might take some begging, but yeah, I think I think we'll get it sorted. We've got 3 weeks of pretty much sticking around in the same position. We're not doing too much traveling this trip. It's mainly just to spend time with family. So yeah, we do have a bit of time, and we are also looking into state. So that's also an option. Been seen a couple of options in Queensland and New South Wales. So they are also also options. So we're on our way back from Bendigo, and some pretty promising news. We've got at least one car that is available at a very good price. I have actually found pretty much the perfect car. A car that that has been the car that I've been looking for. As I was driving through this town, there was one of these particular cars on the side of the road with a for sale sign on it, and they want a reasonably good price for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, when I get back, I'm going to send this guy a message and then see if we can play around a little bit with the price if we come and pick it up today. And yeah, there's another one, this other car that we can pretty much take if we want it, is, I'm guessing, probably around about 2 hours drive from where we're staying. And I've had some other pretty funny experiences today as well with one of the cars that I saw online. I sent this person a message this morning, and the guy basically, his response to my inquiry was, send a deposit. And I was like, okay. Kind of want to have a look at the car first before any money's being transferred. And then the next message he sent me was, fuck off. So obviously that guy's missing his calling as a salesman, which I pretty politely told him to maybe second guess his career choice, and that's probably something that he should get into, because obviously he's got a knack for it, and I'm sure that he's sold many things before with that attitude. So yeah, I don't think I'll be getting that car, but yeah, good news. And then another person has also gotten back to me as well about looking at another car, but which is actually in the town that I used to live in before I moved to Europe. But I don't think that's going to work, because this person is going on holiday at midday, and if we wanted to look at the car, we could look before then. But there's no way that we'd be able to get down there in time. So I think that car's off the cards. So yeah, I mean, we've gone from having no cars at all, or no bites as a buyer, to having found a good car, having a bite for a car, and then also being told to fuck off, all in the space of about 3 hours. So I suppose that's the Aussie way of dealing with things. But yeah, it's very funny. So yeah, we will be back home soon. I think in about probably 20 minutes or so, I'll be back at the place that we're staying at, and then we can look over our options and then make a decision on what we want to do. So yeah, but it's been quite the experience this morning, I would say. So let's see how we end up when we get back to the house and weigh up our options.